Hello. Let's wait for some people to log on. I'm gonna light some incense. Hi everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Bobbie. Today is Tuesday, and so that means yoga for cyclists. And this will be my last live stream for a while. So yeah, I'm glad it's yoga for cyclists, because if you don't know, yoga for cyclists is where I started out teaching yoga. Before I did my yoga teacher training, I started teaching donation-based yoga for cyclist classes to help me save up money to do my yoga teacher training. So, yoga for cyclists is really special to me. I've always been a cyclist, still am a cyclist, been a bike messenger for a long time. And yeah, so today's class is going to be all about, today's class I'm going to do what I think are like the best poses you can do as a cyclist. I'll light this incense really quick. So that means we're going to be doing a lot of quad stretches, some hamstring stretches, calf stretches. We're going to open up the shoulders a little bit, work on the core. Yeah, pretty much, we do a lot of these poses every week, but I'm going to try to really incorporate all of my favorites and what I really think that people should focus on in yoga as a cyclist, or what will really help improve your cycling, help you be less sore, and whatnot. So let's get started. This is an all levels Vinyasa Flow, by the way, so I'll give options for different levels. You don't need props necessarily, but if you like having props, go ahead and grab a block or two, a strap, and a blanket. And if you don't have blocks, you can use books that are about the size of blocks, like this. I'm trying to put it on a lighter background so you can see. And if you don't have a strap, you can use a belt, a tie, a rope, something like that. Something you can put a small loop in the end in. So I'm just going to do that right away to get my strap ready for when we get to it. And let's see, how should we start out today? Let's start out in, let's start out in Shavasana, or no, let's start on Supta Baddha Konasana. Why can't I do this? But if you are using a strap or a belt or rope or something, just put a little loop in it right away, like about the size of so that it'll go around the ball of your foot. Like this. How about? Can you see? Can't really see. Nice little loop. There you go. All right, and set it off to the side. Keep it nearby though. We're gonna be using it pretty soon. Oh, also, I do want to do a stretch up against the wall later on. So if you can go by a wall, you can get this stretch in without a wall, but it's really, really helpful, and you can really get the maximum, the maximum effect, or whatever you want to call it, if you use a wall. Miriams, what are you doing? All right, so I'm going to start in Supta Baddha Konasana, but you can go ahead and start in Shavasana if you like, with the legs out long, or maybe even bring the soles of the feet on the ground. scared there might be a mouse in my closet. She's going crazy. Anywho, or I'm coming into Supta Baddha Konasana. The soles of the feet together, knees open wide. Arms come down by the sides. Snuggle the shoulder blades underneath the back. Tuck the chin slightly so the back of the neck is long. Begin to close the eyes. Slow down and lengthen the breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Relax any unnecessary tension from the face. Feel free, if you're in Supta Baddha Konasana, maybe bring some blocks or pillows underneath the thighs. Oh, I forgot to mention, you can grab pillows also if you'd like. Really focus all of your attention and awareness on the breath. With each inhale, feel the belly and chest rise. Holding it for a second at the top. And as you exhale, feel the chest and then the belly lower down. Feeling that belly button pulling towards the spine at the bottom of the exhale. Holding it for a second at the bottom. And inhale, begin to fill up the lungs again. Feel the belly rise. The chest rise. As you fill up the lungs completely. Exhale. Feel the chest. And then the belly lower down. Emptying out the lungs completely. Keep taking nice, deep, even breaths just like that. Focus your awareness, your energy on the breath. Noticing when thoughts, when your mind starts to wander towards thoughts, and then bringing that attention back to the breath. Try to let go of anything that happened before you came here today. And let go of anything that might happen after. We'll take a few more moments here. And let rooms out. And when you're ready, begin to blink the eyes open, wiggle the fingers and toes. Begin to wake the body up, finding small movements, turning into bigger movements. If you're in Supta Baddha Konasana, you can bring the hands to the outer thighs to help you bring the legs toward one another. Everyone hug the knees into the chest, rock a little bit from side to side, maybe making some circles with the knees, massaging the back. out. And then from here, lengthen the left leg out long in front of you. Hug the right knee in toward the chest. Take a few breaths here. Feel the belly press up against the thigh as you inhale. And feel them both lower down as you exhale. Then from here, bring that left sole of foot on the earth and cross right ankle over the left thigh. Press the right knee out gently. You can stay here or maybe bring the legs in. Thread the right arm through that figure four shape and interlace the hands either behind the left thigh or in front of the left shin. Keep flexing that right foot to protect your knee and ankle joints. Lengthen the tailbone down toward the earth. Maybe use the right elbow to gently nudge that right knee out, getting into the hips. I forgot to mention, we're going to do a lot of hip openers too because, hip openers are good for everyone, but especially cyclists. And this one is one of my favorites. Reclined pigeon. You can even move around a little bit, getting into every area, every little part of that outer hip. Maybe holding certain spots a little longer, the ones that need a little more attention. Then bring the arms out to a T or cactus shape with the palms facing up. Take an inhale. Keep the legs in this figure four shape. As you exhale, gently let the legs fall over to the left side. So the right sole of the foot lands on the earth and the left outer leg lands on the earth. Press this right knee up toward the sky. You can use the left hand to help you do so. And try to keep the right shoulder grounded. Maybe you bring a blanket or blocks underneath the legs if they don't come all the way down to the ground. Maybe your gaze stays straight up at the sky, or maybe you bring it over the right shoulder. Send the breath into the belly. Inhale to bring the legs up through center. Plant the left foot down. Bring the right sole of the foot to point up toward the sky. Right knee open wide towards the right shoulder. Stay here or lengthen the left leg out long in front of you. Have happy baby. Again, you can kind of rock a little bit from side to side, getting into those hips a little bit more. Then from here, lengthen the left leg up toward the sky. Bring a strap around it or grab onto the back of that right leg. If you don't have a strap or belt or towel or something, we're not using that loop yet, but we will later. Keep the shoulders planted, flex through the right foot, really get into the back of that right hamstring and that right calf. If your left leg is lengthened out long, try to keep it nice and engaged. Flex those toes up toward the sky as well. From here, if you're using a prop, bring both ends of it into the right hand. Left hand can come to the top of that left hip. Reach that right leg out to the right. And you can always also have this left leg bent as well. Try not to let this left hip come off the ground though. Keep that left hip planted. And if you're not using a strap, bring your right leg into your right hand, anywhere on the leg. Keep flexing both feet. And you can kind of use your right elbow to anchor it down so that that'll help you hold your foot up On an inhale, lift that right leg up through center. Bring both ends of your strap into the left hand, or bring the right leg into the left hand. Bring the right hand to that right hip crease, and kind of pull that right hip down. So it's going to want to hike up, and you can use your right hand to help you pull it down. And then bring that right foot slightly over to the left side. Not a whole lot. You're going to keep that right hip grounded still. Flex through the right toes, and you should begin to feel a nice stretch in that right outer leg, the IT band. It can be pretty intense. Breathe through it. Then from here, let that right leg cross all the way up over towards the other side. It doesn't have to land on the ground. You want to try to keep that right shoulder grounded. I'm just going to move over so my foot doesn't go into the closet. Gaze can either be straight up at the sky or over the right shoulder. Breathe into the belly. Keep flexing through both feet. Inhale, lift the right leg up through center. Release the strap, or if you're using any props, and lengthen the right leg out long. Both legs reach out long. Take a moment to notice how that right side is feeling compared to the left. And then we'll do that all on the other side. So hug the left knee in towards the chest. Take a few breaths here. Feel the belly press up against the thigh as you inhale, lifting it up slightly. And then as you exhale, feel them both lower back down. Then from here, bend the right knee, bringing the right sole of the foot on the ground. Cross the left ankle over right thigh. Press the left knee out. Flex that left foot to protect your knee and ankle joints. You can stay right here with the foot on the ground or begin to hug the legs in. Thread the left arm through that figure four shape. Interlace the hands either behind the right thigh or in front of the right shin. Maybe use your left elbow to gently press the left knee out. Breathe into that left outer hip. Maybe even find a little movement, still lengthening the tailbone down toward the earth. Holding on those spots that need a little extra attention. And then from here, keeping this figure four shape with your legs, bring the arms out to a T or cactus shape. Take an inhale. As you exhale, gently let the legs fall over to the right side so the right outer leg lands on the ground and the left sole of the foot. You can place a blanket underneath your legs if you'd like, or a pillow. Press the left knee up toward the sky. Maybe use your right hand to help you do so. Keep that left shoulder grounded. Maybe look over the left shoulder. Breathe into the belly. On an inhale, carefully bring the legs up through center. Plant that right sole of the foot down. Reach the left sole of the foot up toward the sky and the left knee towards the left shoulder. You should have a nice 90-degree bend in your left leg. You can either bring the left hand to the back of the thigh, outer calf, outer ankle, or outer foot for half happy baby. You can keep this left leg bent, right leg. Maybe reach that right knee out to the right. Maybe reach the right foot out in front of you. Flex through those right toes still if you're reaching that right leg out. Engage the right leg. Maybe find a little movement here. Getting into the hips. If you notice me looking up at the screen, it's just making sure the live stream doesn't freeze. And then from here, reach the left foot up toward the sky. You can either grab onto the back of your left leg with both hands or the left hand, maybe bring peace fingers around the big toe, or maybe wrap a strap, towel, belt, tie, whatever you have around the ball of the foot. Flex that foot up toward the sky. Breathe into the back of that left leg. Keep pulling that left hip downward. Keep that the right leg engaged as well. Flex both feet. And then bring both ends of your prop into your left hand, or bring the left leg into your left hand. Right hand comes to the right hip, and reach the left leg out to the left. You can use your elbow to kind of anchor it down to the ground. That will help you hold your leg up so that your right hip doesn't come up. Keep that right hip grounded. Keep flexing through both feet. Pull the belly in toward the spine. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Bring both ends of your strap or prop into the right hand, or bring the left leg into the right hand, or left foot into the right hand. Bring the left thumb into that left hip crease. Pull that left hip downward so it's not hiking up. Flex through the left toes and reach that left foot slightly over to the right. Start stretching out that left IT band. Keep the left hip grounded. Keep it pressing down into the ground. Exhale, gently reach that left leg all the way to the right. Keep the left shoulder grounded, so it's okay if that left foot doesn't come all the way down to the ground. Maybe you place a blanket or pillow or block underneath it. Maybe the gaze comes over the left shoulder. Breathe into the belly. Flex through both feet. Inhale, reach the left leg up toward the sky. Remove your strap or props off to the side. Bend the knees to about a 90-degree angle and reach the knees out wide towards each shoulder. Hands can either be to the backs of the thighs, outer calves, outer ankles, or outer feet for happy baby. Lengthen the tailbone down. Press the legs into the hands and the hands back into the legs. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side. Maybe begin to straighten one leg at a time. Ooh, my hip just popped. Maybe try to straighten both legs. Keep lengthening the tailbone down. And then hug both knees in. Or actually reach both legs up toward the sky. And start to warm up the core a little bit. So bring the hands down by the sides, palms face down. Snuggle the shoulder blades underneath your back. From here, or actually let's bring the hands interlace behind the head. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lift the hips. Take an inhale to hold. Exhale, lower. Inhale, chest. Exhale, hips. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower. Keep the belly pulling in. Inhale, lift the head and heart. Exhale, lift the hips. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower. A few more. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lift the hips. Inhale to hold. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the head and heart. Exhale, lift the hips. To inhale to hold. Exhale, lower. Starting to feel warm. Inhale, lift the head and heart. Exhale, lift the hips. Inhale to hold. Exhale, lower. Let's do a few more with your own breath. One more. And release. Lower everything down. Take the layer off because it's hot now. All right. And then from here, you can either roll to one side to make your way to hands and knees, or rock up and down the spine a few times. Everyone meeting in hands and knees, tabletop position. Bring the hands right underneath the shoulders, knees right underneath the hips. Spread the fingertips nice and wide, press into the palms. And inhale, lift the heart, let the belly sink. Cow pose. You feel really good after that core work. Exhale, round the spine, look down towards the thighs, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Moving with your own breath. Use your breath to guide your movements. Full inhales and full exhales. On your next inhale, come to a neutral tabletop position. Then reach the right toes back behind you, toes tucked under. Press through that heel, really press through it. Press into the palms to lift that back heart space up. Pull the belly in. Breathe into that right calf. Inhale, lift that right leg up, cross it over towards the left side. Keep pressing through that right heel. Look back towards it. Inhale, bring that right leg to center. Reach the left arm out in front of you. Exhale, curl the elbow in towards the knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl. Inhale, extend. Bend the right knee. Reach that right sole of the foot up toward the sky. Really working that hamstring. And then we'll do that 3 more times. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach that hamstring up. Let right sole of the foot up. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, press that right sole of the foot up toward the sky. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, press that right sole foot up. Stay here or reach that left hand back to grab onto your foot or ankle. Kick the foot into the hand, tiger pose. Exhale, carefully release. And then we'll switch sides. Left toes, reach back behind you, press through that left heel. Pull the belly in, press into the palms. Inhale, lift that left leg up, cross it over to the right side. Keep pressing through that left heel, look back towards it. Inhale, left leg reaches up about hip height, right arm reaches forward. Exhale, curl the elbow in towards the knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl. Inhale, extend. Bend the left knee. Press that left sole of the foot up toward the sky. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, press that left heel up. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, press it up. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, press that left sole of the foot up. Stay here or reach back for your foot or ankle with the right hand. Kick the foot into the hand. Lift the heart. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift the left arm up toward the sky. Exhale, thread the left arm underneath the right, coming onto the left side of the face, left shoulder. Right hand can stay here, reach out in front of you, or wrap behind the low back. Carefully unwind, press into the right palm, inhale the left arm up toward the sky. Exhale, lower down. Inhale the right arm up toward the sky. Exhale, thread the right arm underneath the left, coming onto the right shoulder, right side of the face. Left hand can stay where it is. Reach out in front of you or wrap behind the low back. Carefully unwind, press into the left palm. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, lower it down. From here, keeping the hips above the knees, reach the arms out in front of you, either bringing forehead down to the ground, maybe bringing forehead onto a prop, or reaching the heart with chest and chin down for puppy pose or anahatasana, heart melting pose. Keep rolling the shoulders away from the ears. Gently engage the low abdomen to protect the low spine. Inhale, keep those forearms reaching out in front of you. Slide the heart through, bringing shoulders over elbows for Sphinx pose. Press into the forearms, pull the elbows back. Roll the shoulder blades down the back, press into the tops of the feet, and lengthen the tailbone back. Feel free to stay right here, or come into one of my favorite quad stretches by bending the right knee, reaching the right hand back for that right foot, square the shoulders off to the top of the mat for half frog. You can stay on that left forearm or press into the left palm to lift the left elbow up. Carefully release that back foot, come back down onto the forearm, and switch sides. If you took it on the first side, bend the left knee, reach back for the left foot with the left hand, square the shoulders off to the top of the mat. You can keep that forearm planted or press into the right palm to lift the right elbow up. Carefully release everything. Exhale, lower down, forehead to earth. Squeeze the elbows up toward the sky. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Shoulder blades roll down the back. Elbows squeeze back, maybe lift the palms using only the back strength. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up. This time coming up a little higher. Cobra. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale. Full cobra, shoulder blades roll down the back, elbows squeeze in. Exhale, lower. From here, you can either move through your child's pose to your downward facing dog, or tuck the toes underneath, squeeze everything in towards the midline. Inhale, press up plank. Exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Pedal through the feet. Find stillness. Press into the palms. Lift the hips up toward the sky. Pull the belly in. Shoulders roll away from the ears. Tuck the chin. Look towards the thighs or navel. On an inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Step the feet to the top of the mat. Hip or feet land right underneath the hips. Let the body hang over the legs. Maybe clasp opposite elbows. Maybe sway a little bit from side to side. And then release the arms if you clasped opposite elbows. Everyone bring a nice bend to the knees and slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Coming all the way up to stand, shoulder blades roll down the back, palms spin open, and the head lifts up last. Tadasana, mountain pose. Let's take a standing quad stretch here. I'm going to try and throw in as many quad stretches as I know. So standing at the top of your mat, I'll face this way so you can see a little better. I'll turn a little bit. Okay, bend that right knee, right knee. Catch a hold of that right foot to the outside of it. Actually, I'm going to face this way. Lengthen the tailbone down. Squeeze that right knee in towards the left so it's not splaying out to the side. Pull the belly in. Maybe grab a hold with the left hand also. Shoulders roll away or roll back and down away from the ears. Send the breath into that right quad. Carefully release that foot down and we'll switch sides. Ground through the left foot, bend the right foot. Bend the left knee, grab a hold of that left foot with the left hand. Squeeze the left knee in towards the right. Lengthen the tailbone down. Maybe grab a hold with the right hand as well. Shoulders roll down away from the ears and elbows squeeze back behind you. Carefully release it down. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge from the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, find length in the spine, and heel toe the feet about hip width distance apart if they're not there already. From here, grab a hold of the big toes with the peace fingers. Inhale, find length in the spine. You can have as much of a bend in the knees as you'd like. Exhale, bend the elbows out in either direction. Reach the crown of the head down toward the earth. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Padahastasana. Or Padahustasana, sorry. Try to bring more weight toe side rather than heel side. Inhale, lift up halfway, release the toes, and place the hands underneath the feet this time. Bring the hands as far underneath the feet as you can. Stepping onto the feet. Inhale, find length in the spine. Go ahead and bend the knees if you'd like. As you exhale, bend into the elbows, shoulders roll away from the ears, crown of the head reaches down toward the earth. Once again, try to bring a little more weight toe side rather than heel side. And maybe even wiggle the toes around to massage the wrists. Inhale, lift up halfway, release the hands. Maybe heel toe the feet together, maybe keep them hip width distance apart. Exhale, fold over the legs, plant the palms, step or maybe lightly hop back to your chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra, open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. And inhale, lift the right leg up toward the sky, bend the right knee, open the hip. Maybe do a couple leg circles in both directions. Straighten that right leg, square off the hips, take an inhale. Exhale, step the right foot up in between the hands, lower the back knee down toward the earth. Grab a blanket if you like to pad your knee, or fold one side of your mat over. Make sure the right knee is right above the right ankle. From here, inhale, find length in the spine, or lift the heart. You can have your hands on blocks too if you'd like. As you exhale, shift the hips back, fold over that right leg, half splits. Breathe here. Flex the right toes up toward the sky. Inhale, bend into that front knee, lift the heart. Plant the left hand down on the floor or block. Inhale the right arm up toward the sky. From here, forgot to mention to grab your strap if you'd like to use one. You can come out of the pose if you'd like. Wrap that small loop around the ball of that left foot. Come back into your low lunge if you're not there already. Bring that end of that strap into your right hand. Pull that left foot in. So you can get a nice quad stretch here. You can do this without a strap too, by just by grabbing that back foot with the right hand. Wherever you're at, try to spin the heart open. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. Breathe into the front of that left hip, the front of that left thigh. You can stay here, maybe to come into a little bit more of a hip opener and heart opener. You kind of just lift the right toes up, press the right knee out to the right, kick that left foot into the right hand or into your strap. Exhale, carefully remove that strap. You can come out of it to do so. Everyone bring your hands to frame the front foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, hug this right foot in, shoot it up and back, three-legged dog. Bend the right knee, open up the hip. Go ahead and stay right here. Or if you like to flip your dog into your wild thing. I just like adding these in because I love wild things. Exhale, carefully make your way back to three-legged dog with the right leg lifted. Lower the right foot down to meet the left. You can stay in your down dog, maybe take child's pose, or move through your vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up toward the sky. Bend the left knee, open up the hip. Maybe do a couple leg circles in both directions. Straighten that left leg, square off the hips, take an inhale. Exhale, step the left foot through in between the hands. Lower the back knee down. Make sure left knee is right above the left ankle. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, shift the hips back, fold. You can have your hands on blocks if you'd like. Flex the left toes up toward the sky. Your left leg doesn't have to be straight. Pull the left hip back and the right hip forward. Inhale, bend into the front knee, lift the heart. Plant the right hand down on the floor or block. Inhale the left arm up toward the sky. From here, find your strap again if you're using it. Wrap it around the ball of the right foot. Come back into your lunge if you came out of it. Strap is in the left hand this time. Pull that left foot in. Wherever you're at, roll the shoulder blades down the back. Spin the heart open. Maybe you have that right foot in the left hand. Go ahead and stay with the quad stretch or lift the left toes up, press the left knee out to the left, and kick the right foot into the left hand. Carefully release that foot, remove the strap, come back to your low lunge. Hands frame the front foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, hug this left foot in, shoot it up and back, three-legged dog, bend the left knee, open up the hip. Stay here or flip your dog into your wild thing. Carefully make your way back. Three-legged dog if you took your wild thing. Lower the left foot down to meet the right. Stay in your down dog, take child's pose, or move through your vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lower the knees to the earth, big toes touch. Knees can either be wide or together. I'm going to go with together today. Arms reach out in front of you, or hands come back by the feet. From here, if you can, come near a wall. We're going to come into a really awesome quad stretch. You'll probably need a blanket, and I like to pad my knee a little extra in this version. So we're going to come up into our lunge against the wall. So bring that left shin up against the wall. So bring the left knee in up towards the wall as close as you can get it. The left shin goes up the wall. Then you're going to step the right foot forward and begin to lift up. Maybe you bring blocks underneath the hands or books. You can also bring the hands up onto that right thigh. That right knee should be right above the right ankle. Maybe begin to reach the arms up. Begin to lean the heart back. Try not to bend into the back too much. Keep pressing the hips down so you get that nice quad stretch. Take a few more breaths here or wherever you're at. Tucking the tailbone underneath. Carefully bring the hands down. From here, you'll bring that right knee back to the earth. And then we'll switch sides. But let's reach our legs out long for a second to shake them out. And then we'll switch sides. So this time, So come onto your knees, back yourself up, bringing that right knee probably onto a nice little cushion. Point or foot pointed up toward the sky, shin right up against the wall. Then you're going to step this left foot up in between the hands. Maybe bring your hands up on blocks. Maybe bring your hands on your shin, lengthening the tailbone down. So try not to dump into the hips. You want to keep the legs engaged, thighs pulling in toward one another. Maybe you reach the arms up. Take a few breaths wherever you're at. Send the breath into the front of that right hip, the front of that right quad, the right thigh, which is the quad. Exhale, bring the hands back down to the earth. Bring that left foot in and step that right knee up to meet the left. Reach the legs out long in front of you. Coming up to the top of the mat. Let's take a forward fold. Flex the feet up toward the sky. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold over the legs. Inhale, walk the hands up. Now, we're going to find a blanket, roll it up into a little roll, and come into a little bit of a calf stretch, and then we're also going to open the shoulders a little bit. So a lot of cyclists don't realize that they need to open their shoulders. It's really important because when you're like this all day, it's really important to do the opposite motion. So we are first going to, for the calves, you're going to take your rolled up blanket, bring it up as far as you can into the knees, and then sit back on it. It can be pretty intense. You can always bring a block in between the feet underneath the sit bones. And now let's open up the shoulders to kind of take our mind off of that sensation. So let's take Gomukhasana arms. So find your strap if you're using one. Bring it into the right hand. Bend that right arm, reaching that right hand as far down the back as you can. Left arm reaches out to the left with the thumb facing down. Then bend the left elbow and grab onto your strap. If you're not using a strap, you can use a towel, you can use your shirt, or maybe you grab your fingertips. Pull the belly in toward the spine. Press the back of the head into that right arm. Breathe here. Carefully release the hands, and then we'll switch sides. Gotta take my watch off for this side. So, left hand, your strap or whatever prop you're using, if you're using one, comes into the left hand. Maybe bring the right hand to the left elbow. Reach the left hand as far down the back as you can. Right arm reaches out to the right, thumb facing down. Bend that right elbow, finding the strap with the right hand. Walking the hands toward one another on your strap, towel, or grabbing onto your shirt. Maybe you grab onto your fingertips. Knit the ribs in, pull the belly in, press the back of the head into that left arm. Relax the face. A few more breaths. We're almost there. Carefully release the hands. Bring the hands out in front of you to come up off of that blanket. It'll feel really good. And then sit the hips onto the heels. Set the hips off to one side. Reach the legs out in front of you. We're going to make our way onto our backs for one back bend of your choosing. I like to throw back bends in everything. So let's slow roll down if you haven't rolled down already. Soles of the feet on the ground, arms reach out in front of you. Try to keep the heart lifted. Pull the belly in, and as slow as you can, roll all the way onto your back. It's a lot harder with the soles of the feet on the ground, in my opinion. Anywho, 3 options for back bends. Supported bridge for the first one. Take a block or pillow or 2. Press up into the hips or press into the feet to lift the hips. And let's say, place your block or pillows underneath the sacrum for supported bridge. And then if you're taking this, you can go ahead and take it right now and hold it till we're all done with our back bends. Second option is bridge without a block. So you'll start the same way, feet about hips width distance apart, soles of the feet on the ground. Do not look from side to side in this pose. So if you need to watch, then watch first. Inhale, press the hips up, squeeze the knees towards one another. Maybe interlace the hands underneath you. And then when you're ready to come up, you'll release the hands. Slowly lower upper back, middle back, lower back. Third option is full wheel. We didn't do a lot of back bending today, so do not take full wheel if you don't feel like you're warmed up enough for it. But if you like to take full wheel a lot like I do, you can bring the hand, start the same way you would the bridge pose, except you're going to bring the hands by the ears, fingertips point down toward the shoulders, squeeze the elbows up toward the sky, press into the soles of the feet. First come up onto the head, then press all the way up, press into the feet to reach the heart forward. And then when you're ready to come down, tuck the chin and slowly lower down. All right, we'll all take one back bend together. If you're already in your supported bridge, that's awesome. When you're ready, On an inhale, press up. And when you're ready to come down, tuck the chin. Slowly lower down on an exhale. Bring the soles of the feet, or bring the feet wide and let the knees fall in toward one another. Take a moment here. Bring the arms out to a T or cactus shape with the palms facing up. Take an inhale. As you exhale, gently let the knees fall over to the left, head to the right. Inhale, center. Knees to the right, head to the left. Inhale, center. Knees to the left, head to the right. Inhale, center. Knees to the right, head to the left. Inhale, center. Knees to the left, head to the right. Hold here. Maybe cross that left ankle over that right outer thigh. Inhale, the knees up through center. Uncross the legs if you cross them. Exhale, drop the knees over to the right, head to the left. This time maybe cross that right ankle over that left outer thigh. Keep flexing the feet to protect your knee and ankle joints. Inhale, bring the legs back up to center. Hug the right knee into the chest. Left leg reaches out long in front of you. Take a breath here. And then reach the right arm out to a T or cactus shape. Palm faces up. Left hand comes to the right outer thigh. Take an inhale. Exhale, cross that right knee over to the left side. Keep the right shoulder grounded. Maybe look over the right shoulder if that feels okay on your neck. It's okay if the right knee doesn't come to the ground. Inhale to come up through center. Reach the right leg out long. Hug the left knee in. Take a breath here. Left arm reaches out to a T or cactus shape. Right hand comes to the left outer thigh. Take an inhale. Exhale. Left knee over towards the right side. Keep the left shoulder grounded. Maybe look over the left shoulder. Breathe into the belly. It's okay if the left knee doesn't come onto the ground. Inhale, center. And let's come into one more happy baby. Soles of the feet reach up toward the sky. Knees open wide. Hands can either be at the backs of the thighs, outer calves, outer ankles, or outer feet. Lengthen the tailbone down. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side. Maybe straighten into one leg, then the other. My other hip popped that time. Maybe you straighten both legs. Keep lengthening the tailbone down. Then give yourself one last big hug. Squeeze the knees in toward the forehead. Take an inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Reach the legs out long in front of you. Snuggle the shoulder blades underneath the back. Tuck the chin slightly so the back of the neck is long. Relax every single muscle in the body. Feel the body heavy, sinking down into the earth. Begin to feel your breath return to its natural state, letting go of any breath control. Letting go of your thoughts, staying present focusing on relaxation, letting your body absorb everything you just did. Shavasana. If you'd like to stay in your Shavasana longer, please do. But if you're ready to come out, start by lengthening the breath. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Circle the ankles and wrists. Rock the head from side to side. And reach the arms up overhead. Squeeze the legs together and reach them out long in front of you for a morning stretch. Hug the knees into the chest and carefully roll onto one side. Feel free to rest here for a moment. Whenever you're ready, trying to keep the eyes closed or a soft gaze. Make your way up into a comfortable cross-legged seat at the top of your mat. Once you arrive in your seat, reclose the eyes if you opened them. Sit up nice and tall, taller than you have all day. On an inhale, reach the arms up overhead, palms touch at the top. Exhale through the mouth, hands to heart center. Bow the chin towards the heart and take a moment to thank yourself for carving this time out of your day to do something good for the body and mind. And I thank you for joining me. I hope you can take the benefits from tonight's class with you into the rest of your night, the rest of your week, and onto your bike. Bring the thumb knuckles up to the third eye space. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Hope you had a good class. I know I did. Hope your hips and legs feel really good like mine do right now. Thank you again. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll be coming out with new videos next month. Be prepared for that. And I might do a couple pop-up live streams here and there for the month of April. But for now, I'm taking a break to figure out a new schedule. I'm kind of getting a new work schedule and stuff too. And I'm going to start doing in-person classes. So in May, though, I think I'm going to be doing 2 live streams a week, different times, different classes. So stay tuned to be prepared for that. Thank you again. If you can, please donate. I have Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. They're all listed on my social media accounts and my YouTube, and anything is greatly appreciated. And you can always do my past classes on your own time if you feel like doing yoga. They're all going to be on my YouTube channel, so go ahead and take them whenever you feel like. Thank you again, and I hope you have a really good night and a really good month. Bye.